All righty. So first of all, I want to thank everybody for being on this lovely Thursday night. You're in the right place. My name is Deirdre. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm just really excited to give you a little peek into pink. You know how Mary Kay is dealing with these coronavirus times and just about our unparalleled business opportunity. I want you to, as I talk tonight, I'd love to see you commenting and chatting over in the chat. Anything that jumps out at you, anything that you agree with, anything at all, any questions that you have, go ahead and put that on there. And for every time that you comment, you're going to be entered into a raffle for a product. So I'm trying to make this interactive, and you get more chances if you go ahead and you comment, and it helps your consultant too. So first of all, I always like to ask people who asked you to watch today, and I've already connected with everyone on there. So thank you so much for being on and supporting your consultant. Some people come on this because their consultant asked them, and they're like, okay, I'll do it for you. And then other times people come because they're like, you know what? I don't know if I'd ever want to do this in a million years, but it never hurts to have information. And then other people come on because they have somebody in mind. Maybe it's not something you're thinking about for yourself, but you know somebody that's maybe struggling right now, and they think, well, I'll get some information for her. So I want to tell you that personally, 20 years in the business, I'm just absolutely sold out on the fact that I don't think there's any better opportunity out there for women today. This is the only place, the only company that I'll ever put money into for skincare, for makeup, or body care. And I really want you to explain why, because I want you to love Mary Kay like I love Mary Kay. You know, the thing is that we are spending money on products. We are buying these kinds of products. We buy soap for the shower. We buy cream for our face. And a lot of people want to know that they're supporting a company that believes in things that they believe. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what Mary Kay does with the dollars that you give them when you purchase products from Mary Kay. First of all, half of all of the money that you spend on products goes right into your consultant's business. So that means that could cover her mortgage, that could pay for her electric bill, that could cover any sort of special thing that she needs to pay for, maybe that she's saving up for. And I think that really means a lot to people, because most people like the idea of local family, and investing in a local business. And I think that's wonderful. That's supporting our local economy, which I think right now means more than it ever even has. And it's always been important. Mary Kay Inc. is a private family-owned company. It's been around for 56 years, and we're one of the highest ranked companies out there for brand loyalty. And that means that our customers keep coming back again and again and again. You know, anyone can buy something once to try it, but when you come back over and over again, and that's the trend within the whole company, you know that it's good stuff, right? Another thing is that when you purchase Mary Kay products, you're helping support over 5,100 employees. Salesforce aside, not your consultant, but I'm talking about the people that are making the products and packaging the products, and the scientists that are designing the products, and the truck drivers that are driving them out. You know, and those are all U.S. jobs, because Mary Kay products are made in the United States in our manufacturing plant in Texas. So when you order from Mary Kay, you're also supporting an environmentally friendly movement. We've planted over 1 million trees because of customers like you. Our manufacturing facility, which is our big factory in Texas, has a 0% landfill status. So that means that we don't create trash there. Everything that we use to make and box and ship our products can be recycled, which I don't even understand how they do that. But even our packing peanuts are made of cornstarch. So when we take them out, instead of having to throw them in the trash, we can actually dump them in the sink and turn on the water, and they just melt away. It's the coolest thing ever. Our products are super high quality. They're fragrance free. They're non-comedogenic. They don't clog your pores. They're just really top quality. And another thing that's kind of neat is that one of Mary Kay's big causes is fighting animal testing. We don't test on animals, but other parts of the country, other parts of the world in particular, in China is one in particular, animal testing is a big thing there. And Mary Kay has done so much lobbying and sharing their research about all the alternative testing methods, to the point that the Chinese government has almost, not quite, but is very close to eliminating animal testing in China, which is huge because that's a pretty big market. It used to be that every product in China had to be tested 18 different tests on animals. And thanks to Mary Kay's efforts, now products in China they only have 3 tests. And that's over 1 billion people. It's close to 2 billion people. So that's a huge difference. And nobody knows about that in the United States. So I always like to say worldwide, we're heroes. Another thing is that when you're supporting Mary Kay, you're helping women get out of a domestic violence situation, and you're helping fight cancers against women. Mary Kay has a huge charitable foundation called the Mary Kay Foundation. We gave $5.4 million last year, and the two major causes are domestic violence prevention and fighting cancers that affect women in research for those causes. And I remember one time I had someone do a Mary Kay party, but instead of hostess credit, she wanted to give free products to a local domestic violence shelter in Quincy called Dove. And so I said, sure. And so at the end of it, I brought all the products, and they were like, hold on, the executive director wants to talk to you. I thought I was just dropping off some products. The executive director comes out and she's like, I just want to thank you. I don't know if you know, but the Mary Kay Foundation gives us a $20,000 grant every other year, and has for like 12 years. And we rely on that money to keep our doors open. And I had no idea at that time that Mary Kay did that, but they do it all over the country. And I thought that was really neat, right in my little town next door, that was there. Altogether, the Mary Kay Foundation has donated over $48 million to cancers that affect women and domestic violence prevention. And that's entirely actually thanks to customers, right? Because that's where the money's going. And I think it's really, really neat. Something that people love about Mary Kay products is that our products are all customizable and they're 100% guaranteed. We don't have like auto ship this set or that set and everybody gets the same stuff. It's not like that. You have a consultant that you can say, what, you're dry here, but you're oily here, and you get some dry patches and you break out on a pimple on your chin every time you get your period. Okay, I can tell you what to use. And that's a lot of information that's really hard to find elsewhere. Also, our products, you can use them, and if you don't love them, you can return them or exchange them, and there's no time limit. And so you think about that, like, can you think of any other brand where you can give back a half-used tube of lipstick that you decide you just don't like that color anymore and say, I want something else? You can do that with Mary Kay. You can give it back to your consultant, and she won't get mad. She won't care, because the thing is that she doesn't lose anything when that happens. She just emails Mary Kay, they send her the color that you want. No one pays shipping, nothing at all. So it's just all about loving everything. Nothing Mary Kay should ever land in that box of junk you wish you'd never bought. Like, nothing at all. And so like everyone sit there and posted what their favorite Mary Kay product is. And those are products that you tried and maybe you've been using them for a while, right? But if there's something else that you want to try, just know that it's going to work. And if you don't love it, if you're like, oh, this is too drying, or it's too oily, or it's too dark, or it's too light, just tell your consultant, she'll swap it out, and you'll be fine, which is great. Another thing that's really neat is that when you are supporting Mary Kay, you're actually supporting a company that was started by a woman. Her name's Mary Kay Ash. She's a real person. She's not like Betty Crocker. I found out recently that Betty Crocker is not a real person. Who knew, right? Mary Kay was a real person. And she wanted to start a company for women, where women can be paid what they're worth without sacrificing their priorities. You get paid based on your efforts. Having been in education for a long time, I was in college administration, I didn't find that people necessarily got paid based on their efforts. There were some people that worked extraordinarily hard, and then other people that phoned it in, but that didn't matter your ultimate weekly paycheck. And so I'm really excited about a company where if I work harder, I can make more, but I have the flexibility to take a step back if things are going on in my life and I can't put in as much time. At my old job, I couldn't have done that. If I had just said, listen, things are crazy at home, I'm gonna do 20 hours a week for the next month, you can just dock my pay. They would have been like, no, you're not. You have to be here. You need to make other arrangements at home. And so that's a refreshing difference about Mary Kay. Because really, women can achieve anything that they want to achieve, right? But we just have to work hard and we have to know what we want. And that's what Mary Kay Ash was all about. She said women should live their lives based on first their faith, then second priority your family, then third priority your career. And I've never met a company or anyone else that you could work for that said career should come third in your life. Career should come first, and then it should come first, and then it should come first. So that's a way that you can have, running your own business and having that flexibility. You can have the time with your family. You can volunteer in your community, and you can build a successful business around all that. Make a ton of new friends in the process. And you can do that even if you love your job. Some people, they think, oh, I love being a teacher, or I love being a nurse, or I love being a lawyer, or whatever they love being. And they're like, I don't want to leave that. And that's actually 90% of the company, 98% of the company, forgive me. 98% of the company works full time and doesn't want to leave their jobs. They just want some extra money. That's just what they want. And that's great too. This doesn't have to be your whole world. It can just be a little thing on the side. It can be what you use to make your nest egg or whatever you want to do for money. So another thing that people love about supporting Mary Kay is they tend to love their consultants, because Mary Kay ladies are wicked nice. Like, I mean, mean people can join Mary Kay, but they don't last. The nice ones are the one that last, you know? And so I would like everybody to go ahead and write something that you love about your Mary Kay consultant. And if you are a Mary Kay consultant on this call, I want you to write something that you love about another Mary Kay consultant that's on this call. So everybody take a minute, hop on the chat and say something that you love about your consultant, or something that, if you are a consultant, something that you love about one of your sister consultants. And I bet it'll be hard to pare it down, because I'm looking at everybody's faces. Your faces are up here on my screen. I don't know how it is for you guys, but a lot of great people here. Something that's really important about Mary Kay, at least it's important to me, is that we manufacture our products based on the European standards. So it actually, in Europe, there are 1,300 ingredients that are banned, that you can't use in products that are legal to use in the United States. And the European Union has banned them because they feel that they're unsafe, or they could be unsafe. But in the US, we are way behind the times on that, which is scary to me. And so I love the fact that I know that with Mary Kay, we're following the European standards, because they're the cutting edge. They're the leaders in product safety. And I don't want to be using products with up to 1,300 ingredients that that at least the Europeans think is unsafe, even if they're wrong about half of them, right? So that's a huge, huge deal to me. So really with Mary Kay, you're getting these amazing products. They're the safest products on the market, and they're the best performing products. And that's why we have our brand loyalty. And because we are not in stores and we're not paying for advertising, we're able to mark up our products significantly less than most other companies. So you're getting really high quality products at a really low price point, which I think is huge. Right now, it's a tough world out there. If I was doing this call 2 months ago, maybe I would have different points that I would want to bring up. But I think right now, there are a lot of people facing serious financial hardship. And everybody knows that. I'm sure people on this call have all been affected in some way. You know, luckily for us with Mary Kay, our industry is recession proof. You know, when people, this even happened after 9/11. Do you know, on September 12th, the day after 9/11, lipstick sales soared. Because when things are stressful in people's lives, they want to find joy. And makeup and skincare is an affordable luxury. And even in times like now, where some people are losing their jobs, they're not going on vacation, they can't eat out, they're not getting a new car, they're stressed about their finances, they're not going to stop wearing mascara. In fact, they're going to get a mascara and a lipstick to make themselves feel better. That's how it works in our industry. Our sales in the last 3 weeks have been through the roof. We're 25% over where we were this time last year. And it all started as this whole crisis started. So I'm grateful to be in an industry, one of the few out there. I don't know what else you could sell that would be better. Maybe masks. Other than that, you're going to do the best you can do with skincare and makeup right now. You know, the other thing that's really neat is that we have these crazy high safety restrictions, right? So we have, our samples are hygienic, they're individual. Sometimes you go into the mall or you go into some of the cosmetics counters, everyone's using the same lipstick and touching the same stuff. Mary Kay has never done any of that nasty stuff. Like, this is a way that people can still play with color and play with skincare. We're sending out samples like crazy. They're free, skincare, makeup, body care, and people can still have that fun experience of playing, and they know that they can be safe and stay at home. And that is the beauty of this whole Zoom thing. You know, maybe even 3 months ago, 2 months ago, before this, if someone had said to me, I'd like to start a Mary Kay business, but I don't want to go out and see people, I just want to do it all from my house on the computer, I would have said, well, we're kind of a people business. Can't really do it from home. And now I'm like, yeah, so I was totally wrong, because right now everyone's doing it totally from home with Zoom. We're pampering people, we're helping them, they're purchasing products, some of them. Obviously, there's never a purchase that everyone's an obligation that people purchase, but I was completely wrong when I said we were not a virtual business, because it turns out we're a virtual business, which I think is really, really neat. And I think it's also nice because as a consultant base, like you join a Mary Kay, it's a big company, but you also join within a unit, a team within Mary Kay. And if the other people on this call, the consultants and many others that aren't on this call are part of our team, there's almost 200 of us. And there's this core and we have this sisterhood and we have these friendships. And I think right now when people are social distancing, it's nice that we have our own little super supportive community. Like it's really a nice thing. So people are out there putting on their yoga pants or their pajama pants, putting on a cute top, Zooming, doing a facial, making money. It's really doesn't get any easier than this right now. We have a lot of virtual events planned. Like we have this one planned. We're doing a Hydra session tomorrow night, which is spa style facials where consultants could send out samples and we're all going to get on and we're going to do facials and charcoal mask and all that. We just did one on teaching people how to do makeup for stage and recitals. Right now, all the plays are canceled, but they won't be canceled forever. And people are going to need to know how to do their makeup. So we did one on the smoky eye, which, this is going to pass. And we're helping make fun for people and giving people something fun to look forward to. And it's been really a neat opportunity to be part of that. I know when I first sat down with my consultant 20 years ago, it was actually almost 21, I had a lot of preconceived notions because I just had my 20-year anniversary, but it took her 9 months of talking to me about Mary Kay before I was like, oh, maybe I'll try it, because I was nervous. I didn't think I'd be good at it. And I had a lot of preconceived notions about what it meant to be in direct sales. Back then, direct sales was, there was Mary Kay and Avon and Tupperware, right? That was pretty much it. And now it's a whole different thing. People, their eyes are so open to direct sales and people are used to supporting home-based businesses. But at the time, I was like, I don't know about this. I don't know if you can really make money at this. And I had a lot of questions. So what I would love to do is I would love to answer some of your questions. So clients out there, if you have any questions, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Mary Kay, but I'd love every client out there to go ahead and write one question that you have about Mary Kay. And if you can't think of a question, maybe think of a question that you think someone else who might be interested in Mary Kay might ask. So I can just kind of get that information out there. I'll tell you that right now, a major thing that's appealing to people is just the idea of making extra money. It's a big thing because of everything that's going on. And even back in 2008, when there was the recession and the housing crisis and people were losing their homes, like I've read this study that blew my mind, that most people who lost their homes that went into foreclosure in 2008 or 2009, right around that crisis, did it because they were about $500 a month short. Meaning, if they had only $500 more a month, they could have saved their home. Like the gap wasn't huge. It wasn't that much money, but it made all the difference, right? And I think we're dealing with that right now. With Mary Kay, if you sold 1,000 products in a month, you'd have that $500 to save the home, And that's probably 10 appointments, 10 one-on-one appointments, 4 group appointments. It's not a significant amount. And I think it really can make a big difference. And I think right now, especially with Mary Kay, having the highest commissions of any direct sales company out there. You can't make a higher percentage than Mary Kay offers because we have the highest. I think people who are really stopping and saying, you know what? I do need a nest egg. I do need to have a backup plan. Everyone right now that had secure jobs is it's a whole, it just doesn't exist, right? If you can be laid off by somebody, then it's not a secure job, right? And so I think a lot of people are more open to the idea of saying, even if they're not saying, well, I'm going to be Mary Kay consultant forever, or I'm going to try this forever, or maybe I'm just going to try it for now and just get through the next couple months and make up the difference and then decide. Then I think that's completely reasonable because consultants that start now can be earning income immediately. It's not like you have to wait. The other thing is that to start a Mary Kay business is $100 plus tax and shipping. It comes to like $117. But we're doing something special for April just in our team. This isn't company wide, but in our team where new consultants get their $100 back from their starter kit. All they have to do is do 2 Zoom trainings with me, and which we can do right away, just so I can say, let me tell you about the products. Let me tell you how you place an order, those kinds of basic things, and have one Mary Kay party virtually. And all that means is that I would either do it or your consultant would do it. And you just invite friends and say, I'm starting with Mary Kay. Come to my Mary Kay party. And like you came on tonight, for your consultant, they could come on and we'll say, oh, let me tell you about these products. And then you get $100 back to cover those products that people get. So we've never done that before. We wanted to really think of something super generous and super enticing, and also something just to help people, because there are a lot of people that right now the idea of putting $100 into anything is terrifying because of the way their economics are. So the idea that you could have that back within 3 or 4 days, that's a comfort to a lot of people. A lot of people right now really love the idea of the sisterhood, the positive support of having your own tribe. I mean, look at these girls. I'm looking at the chat over here, and I said, write something nice about somebody. And they were all like mentioning every single person on the call. It's like, because they're all so wicked nice, they're not going to leave anybody else. So just like, this is such a lovely, lovely group of women supporting each other and passing it on. And I think right now when things are challenging, we can't have enough positive people in our life. And I think that's really, really a neat thing as we're trying to be like grow personally and stay optimistic. And this is an opportunity to learn more skills and be successful. That's something that you can choose to be successful at right now. A lot of women love the idea that when they come into Mary Kay, they get all their education for free. You train with me, that's free. We have websites, we have webinars, we have videos, we have Zoom calls galore. You don't have to do any of it. You don't have to look at any of it, or you can look at all of it. It doesn't cost any money, and you're your own boss, so you can do as much or as little as you want. But it gives you an opportunity to make money, an opportunity to own your own business right now when people are struggling. And so maybe whether or not you've ever dreamt of helping people with skincare, or you've always longed to help people find that lipstick, whether or not that's crossed your mind, maybe this is the right time for you to do that and kind of have that backup plan. If not forever, then for now. New England and just the whole Northeast actually is the least populated area for Mary Kay. We started in Texas, and it's kind of rippled out from there. We're a big company. We're the best-selling company in the nation. More women use Mary Kay than any other brand. But in New England, there aren't that many of us. New England and New York. And so, like, for example, my town has 30,000 people in it, and I know of 4 consultants that live in my town. We just need more consultants. It's good for the company, and it's good for people who are looking for an opportunity where they can come in and have people that need products, and they need it because they can't go to the mall, and they can't go to Sephora, and they can't go to Ulta, and they're not even going to go to CVS. CVS is still open, but do you want to go there right now and look around for lipsticks and check out the eyeshadows? No, you don't. You're going to go in there, and you're going to get your prescription, and you're going to get the heck out of there. But they can still play with us, and that's valuable. Mary Kay has a lot of super successful people. We have over 10,000 women driving free cars on the road right now, not like over the course of the company. I have a pink Cadillac XT6. I love that car. It has a 3rd row. I can stuff so much stuff into it. I love it. I have 3 teenagers, and they take up a lot of space. 20 years ago when I started, I never thought that would happen. I thought, well, at least I'll get my products at a discount, and I know my mom will buy from me. And she did. And only she did at first, because I didn't tell anyone I was a Mary Kay consultant. But my mom and we just bought tons of Mary Kay at half price. And I would go to the trainings. There was a training every week, and it overlapped with Monday Night Wrestling, which my newlywed husband watched. And I hated that show so bad. It was so loud, obnoxious, and it was 4 hours long. Went from 7 to 11. One ended at 9. The next one started at 9. So I went to my Mary Kay meeting to get out of the house, and the ladies there were so nice, and they were making money. And after a while, I thought, maybe this could be for me. And I didn't know I'd be, I wound up having kids. I wound up leaving my full-time career. I don't even know how many cars. Anyone know how many cars I've earned? Usually Darlene knows, but she's not on right now. I think maybe 13 or 14. My kids go to private school. That never could have happened. My husband's a teacher, so that just wasn't going to be anything that could have happened if it weren't for Mary Kay. So it's been, when you look at the starter kit of what you get, it's $500 worth of stuff. You get it for $100, and you take out the cleanser, and you take out the eye makeup remover. In there could be other things. Like in my box that I opened in November of '99, I didn't know that there would be 13 or so free cars. I didn't know that there would be private school tuition for my kids starting when they were little. But those things were in there too, and you don't know what could be in your box. You don't know, right? Until you give it a try. So I'm looking to see if there are any. I don't see any questions on there that I missed, But I am curious to hear, from the guests, if there's anything out here that you think is interesting that I said, that I talked about. If anything intrigued you, even a little bit, I'd love to have a real live conversation with you and just say, so what'd you think? Is it on a scale of 1 to 5? And you can't say 3. Where would you fall? 5 is, I'm in. I'm going to try it. I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm going to try it. Where do I get my starter kit? And 1 is, oh no, not in 1 million years, not in 1 million pandemics will I ever become a Mary Kay consultant. And again, no 3. 3 is like such a chicken answer. Like 3, you just wasted the last 30 minutes of your life. So you don't want that. You got to pick it 1, 2, 4. I challenge the the customers on this call to pick up your phones and text a number to your consultant. And it doesn't matter if it's 1, 2, 4, or 5, you just be honest, right? And then if it is maybe 4 or 5, maybe we give you more information and see what you think. But I would love to chat with you tomorrow. We have, really have nothing to lose with Mary Kay. And I have to applaud you for being on, because you could be watching Netflix right now, right? You could be doing all sorts of other things right now. You could be baking, you could be going to bed, you could be doing anything. But instead, you took your consultant's advice and you trusted her enough to say, all right, I'll listen to whatever this is. I don't even know if you knew what we were going to talk about. Maybe you thought we were going to talk about pink lipstick. I don't know. But that's our story. That's my infomercial about Mary Kay. It is the best thing that ever happened to me, outside of like the birth of my children. And if it's something that you're intrigued at, or you might think you want to try, I would love to train you. I would absolutely love it. Any friend of any of my consultants is a friend of mine, because they are the best of the best. So listen, if you haven't texted a number yet to your consultant, just text her a number. She's sitting there like this, waiting for you to text her a number. So text her a number. And I would love to have a chance to follow up if anybody wants more info. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you all have a wonderful night. And consultants, I'll see many of you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.